Hi Taurus, and welcome to your November general message. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. This reading is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Mars, and also North Node. Given that we just got through an eclipse month where the lunar nodes were being activated, I highly suggest that you watch for your North Node. If you don't know what any of those placements are, just know that I offer birth chart readings. You can find all my information in the description box below. With my birth chart readings, you get a full tarot spread as well as a story. Online, a lot of the birth charts that you will find are just kind of a written out text, right? Where you're left with a lot of questions. So with my readings, I like to offer a lot of support outside context that helps you understand your birth chart a little bit deeper, right? We can have a dialogue about your birth chart. So again, find my information below. We're gonna pull some new oracle cards that I just got. I got the Anubis Oracle, and I'm excited to bust out for the first time the Fairies Oracle. Where is my book? Oh, there it is. The Fairies Oracle. Pretty cool stuff. I've been wanting this Fairies Oracle deck for quite some time. I watched a reader, oh my God, almost 6 years ago. She's not on YouTube anymore, but she used to just solely read with this deck. And I always felt really called to get it. And so I decided to start to incorporate these oracle messages for the beginning of your reading. So we're going to talk astrology. We're going to pull some cards on where your soul is at during this eclipse season. What are the major lessons that you're learning? And then we will do a love spread at the end of the reading, so stay tuned for that. We'll take it on over to Patreon for the extended love message as well if it resonates. Please like, share, and subscribe. Taurus, all of your support is so beneficial for this channel. So the major theme for November post-eclipse is integration, right? For you, Taurus, it's the end of an era. We talked about this in your last general message, right? We had that Taurus lunar eclipse, that send-off energy, right? And now you are integrating all of those lessons that you've been learning over the last year and a half, 2 years, right? Since 2021. So much is wrapping up for you. You are now, again, reflecting, right? Taking what you've learned and applying it, right? November is all about application, especially with Saturn going direct. Tomorrow, November 4th, probably when you're seeing this reading or whenever you find this reading, just know that it's meant for you. But Saturn is now direct. Saturn energy, I've talked about it in some of my past videos. I will link below the reading that I did, I believe back in July for each sign. I'll link yours if you want to know more about it. But it's been highlighting your 10th house. And naturally, when Saturn was retrograde, it also looks at the house prior. So 10th and 9th house, okay, have been influencing you, right? Saturn is all about patience, dedication, perseverance, discipline, right? How can we take the struggles, right, the conflict in our lives, and how can we make it use it to our benefit, or use the power of that wisdom that we've gained to make us stronger, to make us wiser, to allow us to help others as they move through their own unique challenges, right? Facing adversity. So now with Saturn direct, again, what lessons have you learned? Saturn, now that it's direct, is going to be testing you in these arenas, right? 10th and 9th house. This has everything to do with your soul's purpose. The 10th house is where your midheaven lies. When we're looking at the midheaven or the 10th house, it is where in the sky when you were born, which was directly above you, right? So it's perceived as your soul's evolution, the heavens, right? The ethers, fate, destiny, okay? It's the point that we look at as an astrologer where we see where you are, what you're growing into or what you're meant to grow into, okay? So this is big, right? You might literally feel like a brand new person. You are shedding so much skin, Taurus, okay? You might be changing careers, right? Again, your life could look very different after, right, this last eclipse we just talked about. And the 9th house talks about spiritual growth, right? Maybe you have developed a spiritual practice. Maybe you weren't ever spiritual and now you're finding yourself to really be tapping into, you know, divination tools such as tarot and the birth chart and whatever else, right? Meditation practices, manifestation, magic, whatever you name it. The 9th house talks about higher levels of education as well, potentially traveling, right? Relocating, learning about a different culture, learning about a different way of being. Right? Again, you could be feeling very different than who you were from back in 2021. We have Venus in Libra till December 4th, okay? It's going to be in your 6th house. I feel like this has been a big theme for you, this 6th house. 6th house is a lot around health. It's again that Virgo energy. It's very meticulous. It's about the detail, paying attention to your daily rhythms, your rituals, your routines. Again, taking up a spiritual practice could be very helpful for you, Taurus, okay? And that can look very different depending on the Taurus that I'm speaking to. Okay, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It could be as simple as just watching tarot readings. You know, it could be reading the Bible. It could be reading the Quran. It depends, right? Everyone is unique and I honor that, right? Whatever that might be for you. All right, so what else do we have for you, Taurus? We have the new moon on the 13th in Scorpio. It's going to be in your 7th house. I heard I get by with a little help from my friends. The 7th house influence is a sense of reliance, not in a negative way, but in being able to ask for support, being able to bridge the gaps, right, amongst your community, bringing people together. I see you bringing people together because I feel like, Taurus, you have learned so much the last couple of years. And I feel like you are, again, applying those lessons that you've learned and allowing yourself to help others on their path. And if you don't feel like you're quite there yet, it could be slowly that you are opening up to this concept, this idea. And I feel like, Taurus, you'd be surprised how much wisdom that you've accumulated, right? You might not feel that way listening to this message, but I am sensing for you with that 7th house being highlighted on the 13th of November, that you'd be surprised. You're going to be pleasantly surprised how you can potentially help someone else, okay? On the 27th, there's a full moon in Gemini, which is going to be in your 2nd house. 2nd house is about your income. You know, like we talked about with Saturn direct, highlighting your 10th house, this is a lot around your soul's purpose. You know, maybe some Tauruses, you figured it out. Maybe you are aligning to a new career path, a new way to make money. And then also with the 7th house, it could be that you are networking with new people that are allowing you to maybe step out into a new career, or again, deepening your skill, deepening your knowledge of your skill. And it's about applying it to make money, right? Applying, again, what you've learned, maybe from past business trial error. And again, with the 10th house, it's not all about what makes you money, because let's be honest, there's a lot of ways to make money that might not lead us down the best paths. At least with that 10th house, what's destined for us, what's in alignment with our soul, right? This could be what you're figuring out what you are tackling, you know, how to stay in alignment with your soul's purpose while also making money. Okay, beautiful. All right, we're going to pull from the Fairies Oracle to start off your reading here. Let's see what kind of lessons, with some major core lessons that you are bringing into you post-eclipse. This post-eclipse October month, you know, is very, very heavy energy in October for most of us in the collective that are here on this planet Earth. All right, let's see, Taurus. Let's see. What is it that Taurus is needing to know at this time to assist in their soul's evolution? Taurus. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. The art on them is so cool. So we have number 26 here. You got a gnome, a little gnome friend. 26 breaks down to an 8. The 8th house, it does talk about, again, passive income, a side hustle, inheritance. Let's see here though, 26. The 8 in tarot also represents work. You know, I'm thinking of the 8 of Pentacles is what's coming up for me. Perseverance, I can't talk, dedication. So, oh, that gnome looks a bit grumpy here in this picture. The trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking habits and patterns. Yes. This is all about, again, applying those spiritual lessons that you've learned over the last several years, right? And creatively brainstorming, right? It might seem a bit chaotic in the process, right? As you are stepping into something really different. November is about integration, right? We are like this post-eclipse hangover energy. It's like nourishing your body after you had a night out drinking, right? It says here, this is the trickster who exists in every world. He comes to us wearing our own faces to fool us into thinking that his ideas are our own. He brings creative chaos into our lives. He helps us break down old habits by showing us how silly they are. He encourages us to fall on our faces so that we get a different point of view, looking up past our mud-smeared noses. He helps us get ourselves into situations in which we discover gifts we never knew we had, often because there's no other way out of the mess we got ourselves into. I like this for you. So I'm getting the message from Capricorn. The Capricorn, you might have Capricorn in your chart. The mid-October message, they had the humor card. And it was about, you know, trying to take on a more lighthearted approach, seeing the humor in things in such a heavy, dense world, right? A lot of this heavy grief, death, right? The world is experiencing major death and rebirth globally. Encouraging you to find the lighter side to life and maybe some of the harder lessons that you've learned. And sometimes that means that you have to fall flat on your face, right? Maybe make a fool of yourself in some way to become more humble is what I'm getting. That gnome tells wild and wonderful long-winded stories, complete with demonstrations of the action and much arm waving. That gnome is full of knowledge, but the trick is sorting out the truth from the fiction. It takes a lot of good sense to be able to listen to him. He isn't known for his patience. So I'm sensing from this energy kind of like the Mad Hatter. You know, so many people from the outside would think this guy's a lunatic, this girl's a lunatic. What kind of sense are they making? You might be feeling at this time, Taurus, like that, the Mad Hatter, right? There's so much hidden wisdom and depth below the surface, but it might feel a bit chaotic to some, and that's okay. Not everyone is meant to be on this path with you. I do see a bit of this wild abandon, you know, maybe being a bit more feral. Again, this independent, free thinking energy that's coming up for you, that is happening with the Aries North Node, you know, about being a free thinker, being kind of going off the beaten path. All right, let's pull some tarot for you, Taurus. Oh, that gnome. Yeah, it's helping you really see things from a new point of view. Maybe the way that you would have reacted just say 6 months ago is changing. It could also be, again, someone in your life that's a bit like erratic, a free thinker that's helping you at this time, kind of getting out of your own way is what I'm hearing. Someone that's a bit eccentric and, you know, a bit crazy. I keep seeing the Mad Hatter. Like speaks in tongues, right? Having to decipher the symbolism and the meaning behind the words. Yeah, you're wrapping up. Look at the end of the Nara, the World card. Yeah, this is definitely a major turning stone for you, a milestone. I see you changing the way you make money with the Ace of Pentacles there in reverse. What else do we have for Taurus? Please show me what I need to see for the Taurus collective. Taurus, what is it that they are learning? What is it that they need to see? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs and North Node placements. Taurus. All right, I'll stop there. All right, let's see. Okay. We have the World card, the Queen of Swords in reverse. We have the Wheel on its side and the Knight of Pentacles. Good things come to those who wait, is what I just heard with the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles. Right, this is your energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Knight of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune is also your energy. It's fixed energy, so Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. And I'm missing one. My brain, I'm coming out of a heavy cold. Let's just say the COVID. So my brain is a bit foggy. But yeah, fixed energy. We also have Queen of Swords here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You may be dealing with an air sign or have air in your chart. What is this Queen of Swords about, please? Show me what this Queen of Swords is about. Okay. We have a Queen of Cups here as well in reverse. We have two Queens in reverse. So this is whether you are male or female. I could apply this to your energy, but just saying that the feminine is, the balance is off, right? Especially with the Wheel on its side. Because we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. So it's seeming at this time, again, I'm getting that Mad Hatter energy. It's like sorting out your thoughts, potentially around a feminine, a water sign or air sign. But there's a lot of this like sorting out this anxiety, maybe being a bit restless. And if it's not a person, Taurus, then this could just signify that you have to balance out your head and your heart with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Especially the Seven of Cups, you know, it's like being a bit like in this fantasy, this illusion, coming back down to earth, right? Because that's what's kind of slowing this progress. Maybe you've been tricked by some sort of way of thinking, that you're having to get yourself out of this outdated way of seeing something. And entering into a new cycle in your life, the world. I do sense that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Given this energy, it's a bit heavier, but you know, the Nine of Swords in reverse, it tells me that the way to get through this is by staying grounded, right? What kind of tools and resources do you have here in the now, in the present moment, that you can use? And not trying to look too far ahead into the future, because that only creates more anxiety. So staying present, right? With the Knight of Pentacles, one step at a time, slow and steady. I don't see this happening overnight, right? But slowly but surely, this wheel will start to turn in your favor. But I do think that you have to get yourself out of confusion and gain clarity, right? One step at a time, Taurus. All right, we're going to pull some advice for you this month, and then we're going to talk about your love reading. We're going to pull some love oracles, and we'll take it on over to the extended Patreon reading. All right, Taurus, what advice do we have for November? November, what advice do we have? Oh my goodness, Knight of Pentacles again. Yeah, slow progression. Again, take the resources that you have and use them wisely. This is about being efficient with your time, your energy, the people that you surround yourself with. Aries had a very similar message. You know, you are the company you keep was the message for Aries. You might be dealing with an Aries or have Aries in your chart. Yeah, balance. I see you really having to find peace in your life, in your way of thinking, right? We saw the Queen of Cups with the Queen of Swords. Speaking your truth, being authentic, right? Not suppressing your thoughts, your feelings, emotions. Of course, not gaslighting, right? And just like taking it out on everyone around you. No, that's not what I'm saying here at all. There's a balance there. And it could be helpful to have a mediator here with the Temperance card if you are dealing with some level of conflict in your life. Having someone that's maybe outside the box, that gnome, that quirky, eccentric friend of yours that you can call upon that can maybe help you in times of trouble. To kind of get yourself out of this Seven of Cups energy that we saw there. This imbalanced energy. I do see balance coming in for you. That person could be a Sagittarius or a fellow earth sign. Taurus, what else do we have for Taurus? What is some advice for Taurus? Please show me what I need to see for Taurus. There's that wheel again. It's destined for you. Something is destined for you. What is destined for Taurus here? What is destined? What is destined for Taurus? What is this wheel about? Yeah, well, it showed up again. I love when that happens. So a lot of the time I'm drawn to the bottom of the deck for many reasons. And, you know, sometimes I'll take them, sometimes I don't. But these two cards are at the bottom and I continue to shuffle and they came out again. So there's significance there, okay? If you are, maybe that will help you on your tarot, in your tarot practices, is to focus on the bottom of the deck, especially when you feel drawn to it, okay? Another message I'm getting that's kind of symbolic of that message, like what's beneath the surface. This is taking me to like roots, your family, how you were raised, Taurus. Interesting. There's a lot of healing around like ancestral trauma. You have to drop some sort of burden here. 10 of Wands, 3 of Swords. I see you healing this month, but this requires you dropping something. 10 of Wands in reverse. What is it? I'm curious. What is it that you have to drop? Let's pull from the... Okay, well, there's the Patience we saw. Dropping doubt. Are you getting in your own way? I feel like the Taurus I'm connecting with, you have to take a different approach. Maybe the road less traveled. One that you've never taken before. and to allow others, maybe people that you're not normally attracted to assist you in some way. I do sense with that Saturn direct, you know, highlighting your 10th and 9th house, it's like, again, some sort of spiritual practice. And it helps you release doubt. Maybe you've been doubting yourself, someone or something. I release the need to know all the answers. Maybe you've been doubting spirituality. Maybe you've been feeling as though you're not supported, right? I release the need to know all the answers. So maybe that is what that 10 of Wands is suggesting here for you, Taurus, is you needing to know all the answers is not necessarily going to benefit you for November. There's a lot of power in the unknown, and allowing the universe, source, to move you in ways that are perceived a bit eccentric, outside the box, and trusting in the natural divine order of things. Okay? Because there is a level of heartbreak here. And with the Knight of Pentacles and the Patience card, you know, and the wheel kind of on its side with Temperance, this is all about time, divine order. And releasing doubt that something might not be able to come together. You're having to be very strong. It's looking like this month, and persistent in what you believe is possible. I'm hearing like the laws of attraction. You know, but this is again you have to be open, you have to be communicative, you have to be open in your head and your heart, right? We saw the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Not just focus on one area or the other. All right, we're gonna pull some love oracles. At this portion of the reading, Taurus, I would like you to focus in on your love interest. And we're gonna pull some heart's hidden secrets here. How is Taurus's love interest viewing them? Whoa, way too many. How is Taurus's love interest viewing them? How is Taurus's love interest viewing them? Okay, we have one day. This is reminding me of the energy that we just talked about, right? The wheel, patience, right? Maybe feeling doubt that something's not meant for you, or it's not coming together, or like exhaustion. I feel like your love interest could be matching that energy. Maybe this is what you're giving off. So this is what they are also embodying at this time. There's a level of hope, right? Someday, somewhere, another time. Right? So maybe not in November. They feel like this can maybe come together. But there is a level of lusting for one another. There's a lot of sexual energy, sexual tension. Maybe there's a level of like this being forbidden in some way. Hopelessness. It could be dealing with a divine feminine. Yeah, fantasy. I'm seeing that there maybe has been some separation if this one day card is coming up with fantasy. You know, if there's not communication, if there's not forthright, you know, honest communication, it can lead to a lot of like fantasy, you know, assuming the worst is what I'm hearing. And that goes for both people. I got return here on the bottom. Second chance, opportunity, making amends. So if you have been feeling, you know, doubtful, we saw that doubt card. Just know that it's looking as though there is potential here if you want it. But you have to be open and honest, right? Maybe take the road less traveled with Taurus to get to this, okay? All right, let's see. Taurus, how are you viewing your love interest? How is Taurus viewing their love interest? Okay, that's a lot. We have ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitements, good time, clarity. There's pain, karma, apprehensive, cautious. So it seems as though you've been a bit cautious. Again, applying the lessons that maybe you've learned from the past. Maybe you viewed this as a karmic relationship. They also pulled this card as well. Feeling like there's consequences to potentially being with this person. We have only you. Devoted, attached, and you crave this person. We did see, you know, that they had been fantasizing, longing. We saw the, what was it, like sexual, what was the card again? I can't remember. I know that there was a lot of fantasy. I'm losing the word for them. I'm trying to find it because I think it's important. Hold on one second, Taurus. There was a sexual tension, right, that we saw. And I'm feeling like I need to find the card because I do think it's important for you. Yeah, lusting. That was the word. Sorry. Lusting. So one question that I do have for you, if this is ringing true to you, if this is resonating, is this just sexual energy that you are feeling with this person? Or is there more to it? Because both of you feel this level of chemistry, right? Ecstasy, lusting here. But it looks like for you, there is some sort of clarity that you gained through this pain, through these hardships, in the lessons that you've learned, in the karma that you've had to face in this relationship. But I do see this devotion still, only you. We're going to take this on over to the extended. If these messages resonate, please follow me over there. The link for Patreon is in the description box below. If this is where we part, Taurus, I will see you for the mid-November check-ins. Bye for now.